Okay, well, that music is truly terrible. I definitely won't be using that again. Um, Sorry, I am a teensy bit late. Just getting some stuff fixed. There we go. Okay, we'll get over on Kick. How is everybody doing? Risk it, mash. What's up, guys? Yeah, it was not good. It was not good music. What was it called? Let's see. Some AI generated music in here. That's way too. Let's go with lo-fi. It's not bad. Drag it down just a bit. Okay. What's up, Andy? How you doing, man? Okay, guys. Well, one thing. So I didn't put topics in the title today because if I'm being really honest, I'm not exactly sure everything I want to talk about. There's a couple tent poles that I know that I want to talk about, but there's been some. Sorry, I just saw some of this, a very weird story. We're gonna pull that up too. Um, there's a lot of little things to talk about. I feel like there wasn't anything huge happened this week. There's a lot of back and forth between Canada and the U.S. and Europe and tariffs, but we all know how that's going to end. It's going to end the same way that they've all ended so far. They're all going to back down because they all realize, holy shit, if we force them to buy this stuff at these exorbitant prices, they're not going to buy them, and then we're not going to be able to buy their shit. You notice how that dumbass in it's either Ottawa or Ontario said we're gonna put 25% tariffs on the electricity we send y'all. That'll show you. And then Trump goes, okay, fine, 50% tariffs on steel. Like 20 minutes later, we don't need them. We don't need the tariffs. We're all okay. Biscuit, I did see something about Greenland. The the elections happened. They're apparently pretty pro. Let's just say pro Trump. But I did not. I saw enough things to kind of argue that I wasn't. I'm not quite prepared to basically say like, oh, Greenland is going to become a colony or whatever. I did see that the who is it? I think it was the Secretary General of the UN, which is the leader of the UN, said that it was actually a good idea. But I did not see the rest of that. I'll tell you what's really wild is, hang on, that's not happening. Okay, I want to talk about this for a second. So I'm gonna pull this up. By the way, guys, this is a spoiler for House of the Dragon season 3. So keep that in mind. Okay, I hope we go with the cool one here. Nope, that's not the one I want. There we go. I like that. It's actually kind of grown on me. I did a video with it like this, and it was kind of cool. But the only problem is all the wasted space on the sides. You can't fucking read it. All right, so this is the one thing I hate about the popularity of House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones is you get dumbass accounts like this shit. They're just like, oh my God, Rhaenyra's incredible. Ah! You get that for all of them. You got that for Alicent bitches. You got that for Dany people. It's annoying as shit. And so, yeah, the actor that plays Corlys Velaryon shared a picture of like all of the cast for episode 4, and Jace obviously wasn't on it because he fucking dies. And so, beautifully, I had to reply. Of course, he's dying before episode 4. He's either dying in 1 or 2. Jace dies at the Battle of the Gullet. This is why show fans suck, because they act like this shit hasn't already been written down. And our good friend, Horny Alf, says, I hope people aren't too attached to Rhaenyra. Yeah, I hope they aren't. It'd be funny as shit if they were, though. What's up, Comics Dad? I hope you had a lot of fun hanging out with X-Wing tonight. Shit looked like fun. I wish I could have stuck around, but I had to put in a little bit of effort to do this. Y'all deserve a lot more of the effort than I put in today, but it was a long day at work. So, mea culpa. You know what? Screw it. Let's just get into it. Let's watch this. Well, first off, let's go ahead and get the stream demonetized. Lilo and Stitch. We're gonna watch this trailer. Because I'll be honest, guys, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. We're going to go this version. And let's unmute. Oh, let's bring that music down even more. Or we'll mute it for now.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is he?
He escaped.
He's trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one.
What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
A shooting star! I wish for a friend. Like a best friend.
What the hell?
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
Yeah.
Get down from there.
Look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing? No. Dogs on the table.
You sure that's a dog?
Yeah.
Rough.
Ew. We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Or forgotten.
Stitch bad.
Sometimes family isn't perfect. That doesn't mean they aren't good. That's close. I don't think you're supposed to drink that.
Agent Cobra Bubbles. We have a blue dog to catch.
Shut up! No, wait!
No. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3, Stitch. 1.
I gotta say, guys, that was hang on. Stop. Yes, there we go. That I thought that was great. That was the best trailer for one of Disney's live action things they've ever had. Now, Risket's right. Let's not forget it's still modern day Disney. And real quick, Comics Dad, member for 1 month, says no effort equals all the fun. We'll see. Sometimes it's better when I'm actually prepared, but we'll see. It could be pretty good. But yeah, so I was not like Lilo and Stitch wasn't like my thing. Like obviously I saw the movie and watched I think the whole TV show, but like I don't even think I saw there was a second movie too that I did not watch. I think that it might be a TV movie. But that trailer felt very much like the thing that I watched as a kid. So in that case, I think they're doing something right on that. I did see someone on Twitter talking about how they thought it was dumb that they aren't doing the dressing up like a woman thing. Instead, it looks like they're using holograms instead of dressing up like people. And I don't think that's a problem. There are some things that work well in animation that don't work well in live action. And I think that's one of them. Yeah, I'm going to translate because I think he misspelled some things. But Comics Dad said, for sure, risk it. But if the rest of it is like the trailer, it's gold. If it was any other company, I would say they literally could not F this up. But yeah. I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely one of the things that could actually get me to go to the theaters to see it. Wiley, you asked if I didn't like Greta Thunberg? I don't get it. I'm confused. Yeah, I mean, guys, what do the rest of y'all think? There's more than just Risket and Comics Dad here. What do y'all think? I think most people are kind of like, okay. But is anyone like just completely dead set against it? Oh, yes. Wiley, I did see that. No, that gremlin, I'll be honest, buddy, if it were to show up my front door, it would take two to the chest and one to the head. Quickly. That thing scares me. In fact, I think I had a nightmare about it last night. Apparently, the number of Americans planning a vacation in the next 6 months is at the lowest in 15 years. How would you track that? How would you just know? I mean, I guess. Oh, you know what? Shit, that's another thing we can talk about. I saw it. I don't know. I think I bookmarked it. Shit, I didn't. Oh, he tweets so much. What is his damn name? Jonas Campbell. Okay, I saw Jonas Campbell tweet on something that, here we go. Excellent. Wow. It's the first time I went looking for one of his tweets that was very easy to find. This surprised me. So I'm not sure his number is right here because I think he went off of the pound, and the pound is a little better than the dollar. But this is still, I think this is crazy. So what is it? Universal, basically an all access pass to Universal, all the parks in 2026, 14 days, 469 pounds. Now, let's put that to dollars. My guess is it's going to be about $680. 469 pounds to dollars. $607. So, the question is, does that mean that this is this going to be just like a, what do you call it? A promo? Is this just a special for, hey, we've got a brand new park getting ready to open. We want to start getting people to line up, packing the parks, get everything ready. Or am I going to be able to buy 2 weeks at Universal for $600 in a year? If I can do that in a year, I think, oh, hang on. There we go. I think Disney is cooked. Like, that would be insane, being able to buy that much fun. Now, I mean, you still got food and all the other stuff that you have in the parks, and so that, that's going to bring that up quite a bit. But I mean, 2 weeks at Disney, what is that, guys? That's like $1,400, isn't it? Disney all parks pass. I don't know how this website works, so that's annual pass, theme park tickets. There's more than just Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom, right? There's more than just those 4 parks, right? At Disney World. Because for those 4, it's $119 a day. Like, that's fucking insane, guys. Whereas, so I mean, that's half. That's more than half off to do this thing. Like, that's incredible. What do y'all think? $43.50 a day. That blows my mind. Mash. They have the Galactic Starkers. I mean, yeah, they don't. They did, and now it's a fucking office building. I texted Daimio because I want to talk about 1923, and he's watched it, and I wanted to talk to him about it. Oh my god, that's so annoying. But we can talk about we can talk about we don't need Daimio. I don't need Daimio. So 1923, we are 3 episodes in. This is Taylor Sheridan's. Yeah, I would say it's the biggest thing Taylor Sheridan has coming out this year. There might be something they have. Well, I guess Mobland. Did he do Mobland? No, he didn't. Ronan Bennett did. Okay. Riska says, I'm going to Orlando end of June for my niece's first experiences of the park. I'm ignoring Disney, looking forward to Epic Universal, though. Yeah, dude, I think, not Warner, I think Orlando. Not Orlando. Universal. Fucking hell. I think Universal has got it in the pot. I mean, it's going to be a very easy, successful trip for them. If they could fuck it up. They could, but it's kind of hard to imagine how they would. You add another group, another Harry Potter attraction, you're going to get millions of dollars off that, billions of dollars off of that. And the monster stuff is going to be a lot of people. I'm not a huge fan of the monster stuff, but there's a lot of people that are. Nintendo World, like holy crap, How to Train a Dragon. They posted a picture or a video, whatever, of the dragon a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't care less. I really couldn't. I'm not a fan of How to Train a Dragon. I've never even seen them, but I cannot imagine how a fan or a child would not just light up at that. That would be an incredible experience. If they could make a Westeros and start having Drogon or Ghost walk around the park like that, count me in. I'll go live there. That will be incredible. But yes, 1923. So yeah, it's Sheridan's biggest thing he's doing this year. And so far, I'm a little disappointed on the timing and everything. So it's taken 3 episodes to get. Don't tell that to Raider. It's taken 3 episodes to get Harrison Ford and company back to the ranch, and so we've got 5 episodes left, and nothing's really happened. Like they might, Timothy Dalton's character might be going into the ski lodge business now that he's seen these Norwegians skiing around on this mountain on land that he owns. But nothing has really, like, the only stuff that has really progressed is Spencer's and Alexandra's role or their story. And while that's progressed pretty well, I'm a little disappointed in this last episode. So in this last episode, Alexandra has gotten off at Ellis Island and has gone through the immigration process, basically, and is now waiting for her train. It ended with her walking into the girls' bathroom and being followed shadily by this creepy guy. So I am concerned that she's going to be assaulted in the women's bathroom in a sexual nature. And I hope not, because she is pregnant. And that just, not that there's any good reason to be, but it would just compound the awfulness of it. But what kind of annoyed me about this last episode was going through the immigration process. Yeah, it was there. I can't imagine the immigration process in 1930 was any kind of fun, but they get to the physical part where everyone basically went through a physical to make sure they weren't carrying any plague or tuberculosis or any sort of disease that would have caused a pandemic in America, because those aren't the people that we want. You don't want someone that's going to be sick. You also don't want people that aren't necessarily going to be able to work, because we had just ended World War I, and we didn't want to be, having the government pay for people to basically just move there and spurge off the government. Very different from today, huh? But I digress. Well, I should say very different from 3 months ago. But what annoyed me was she's sitting there going through her physical. And one of the things they do is, they made her undress. Yeah, it's not pleasant, but do you think you weren't going to go through a physical? And then I thought it was weird that apparently 3 doctors had to examine her, and part of the examination was a venereal disease examination. And obviously she feels very violated from it. It makes total sense. And I agree. Anyone that went through that would have gone through that probably would have felt violated. But what annoyed me was that seeing someone in distress like that, I would have assumed that either the doctor or the nurse that's standing there would have said, by the way, we don't like this. We just have to make sure you're not carrying in some deadly pathogen. Like there's a lot of calming down that I feel like they should have done in that scene, that it feels like it was played up to make her feel vulnerable and violated. And I just wasn't a huge fan of that. It kind of made me feel like Taylor was trying to add some sort of grossness that didn't need to be there. But again, other than that, the show's been pretty solid so far. It has actually been a lot better than Reacher. I didn't really think it would be, but again, I've now missed the last 2 episodes of Reacher because there just hasn't been anything that's been like, oh, dude, you gotta go watch Reacher, man. Okay, I mean, I'll watch it, and I'll probably watch the next 2 episodes during work tomorrow. And I'll be happy to be watching them and be glad to kind of be back into it. But the problem with releasing a show like Reacher week to week and it not being a very exciting season is that there's nothing to compel me to watch the new episode on time. And that is disappointing because, like I've said, the last 2 weeks, I really enjoyed the first 2 seasons. Like I've said, I wish they had waited till this season to do the team. They should have done the 3rd book for season 2 and then done whichever, I think it was like book 12 for season 3. But I'm not Lee Child. He can do whatever he wants with his TV show. Congratulations, man. What do we got? Anyone else watch 1923? Anyone else? Has anyone started watching Mobland yet? I'm pretty sure that came out as well, and I'm very interested in it. It's Pierce Brosnan as old Pierce Brosnan, so very intriguing. It has started, right? Mobland. No, it has not. It starts at the end of the month. Damn. Okay. Well, I know I'm going to be watching after these other 2 shows end. Risk it. What did you not want me to tell Raider? What is the rest of the stuff in Epic Universe? It's Harry Potter, monsters. There's 5 of them. Oh, the 5th one is just the food and hotel stuff, right? Let's see. Yeah, Celestial Park. You know what? Now I have. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, no, I haven't. We've got the 250th birthday of the United States of America coming next year, and we're having a giant party in Iowa at the Iowa State Fair. It's the biggest state fair in the world, and this one's going to be the biggest in history. I think that Universal should get behind some sort of World's Fair thing. Honestly, they both should, Disney and Universal. Every state should be doing something incredible, especially. And I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to start getting some South Carolinians together. Mexican Iron Man, I know you're not in here, but if for some reason you're, what's it called? Lurking, then what we need to do is we need to get a bunch of South Carolinians together because this state is paramount to the freedom that the United States achieved in 1782. And this state needs to be doing some incredible shit next year. We need parties every day. We need people visiting our parks. It should be incredible. But it won't be, because people will be stupid and shit like that. Wiley Dave says, Reacher is the only new show I will watch. I'm watching the 2000 seasons of Raw and SmackDown on DVD right now. My favorite year. All right. Yeah, I'm not a big wrestling guy. I don't think I've ever watched a single episode of SmackDown or Raw or WWE, any of that. I actually had to text people and ask what turning heel meant when what's his name did it the other day or the other week. I was like, I have no idea what this means. But that, I mean, it's interesting. Anybody want to play women's basketball? Because we got an opportunity now. If you or somebody you know lives in the LA area and wants to play women's basketball, you now have the opportunity. The LA Sparks, the WNBA team in LA, are holding male practice player tryouts for next month. Meaning that if you want to play against them, you can go try out. What y'all think? You know, make $30 a week being on the practice squad for the WNBA. I could see a whole lot of people doing this. So first off, anyone that I know what we need. Someone needs to get Geeks and Gamers to send somebody to do this for what was it? Sports Wars? What is Geeks and G&G sports thing called? I know it's Ryan and Beardo now. Yeah, Sports Wars. That would be hilarious. What's up, Breezy? Ooh. Breezy. I meant to tell you something, but I don't remember what it is now. Oh, well. Yeah, this would be hilarious. This would be send Beardo to go play basketball against them. Buy a metro ticket so that he doesn't have, they don't spend money on a flight, and just get him to do like a live stream for the 4.5 days it would take to take the train over there, and then have him go try out to be on the men's practice squad. That'd be pretty fucking funny. In fact, do they have a Twitter? Oh, come on. There's got to be something funny. funny. Okay, one of the other things that I bookmarked. Let me just scroll up here. I thought this was quite interesting. Oh wait, no, is this the one that I like? No, okay. So I clearly I didn't save it, but the one that I thought was really good was I think it was like March of 2024, something like 45,000 people crossed the border. And then March of this year, or actually it would have been February because we're halfway through. So February of 2024, it's like 47,000 people crossed the border. And then February of this year, it was like 320. Actually, I think it might have been double digits. I think it might have been 47. And of course, I mean, this is still a big number too. 50 days in office, 32,809 criminals arrested. Like, it's pretty impressive. Now, this is promises made, promises kept. It's a little bit off. I would have preferred to see those numbers a little bit bigger. I think I wish they were still reporting like daily how many. I know that there's a lot of people getting annoyed with seeing both Pam Bondi on Fox, which I agree is very annoying, and then her and Cash tweeting things that they've done. But I would remind everybody, okay, that the way this stuff works, and this is why people talking about and tweeting stuff like this that don't understand how not the system works, but just how certain things work. I think it gets a lot of people angry. So, a lot of people have tweeted. I'll give my first example is going to be the first stuff that we saw get released by Bondi, the first phase of the Epstein files. Everyone was upset that they were redacted because we'd already seen the non-redacted stuff. Okay, well, those were leaks. The federal government cannot release evidence that has been redacted like that because there are court rules. There's evidential rules of federal criminal procedure that basically tell you how you can release the evidence. And I mean, it sucks. I want to see. I take that back. It's fair. I don't think we need to know the address of all the people on those books because they've probably don't live there anymore. Their phone numbers definitely don't work anymore. And then why do I need to know the victims' names? I don't think that's going to help anybody. Telling everyone who the victims are, I don't think it helps. We actually know for a fact that releasing victims' information does more harm to both the victim and the perpetrator than it does any good to the victim. It also really hurts prosecution's case. Now, in this case, it's a little different because there is no current prosecution going on. Both people are already, one's dead, the other one is already in jail. But it would hurt the prosecution of things coming down the line. Now, another thing. The complaint that no one has been not prosecuted, indicted yet. An indictment like this takes months. I mean, some of them could take years. Do I think everyone that it was bad is getting in trouble? No. Not everyone was bad was getting in trouble. Some people are either dead or some people are just too rich and famous. And they should all be buried underground. Completely agree. But it is unfortunately the way that this fucked up world has decided to work today. But what annoys me is when I see someone saying like, why are you not looking at the documents right now? Why are you doing this or doing that? Well, there's only so much you can do in a day. And I don't think you can expect the directors of the FBI and the attorney general to be the one in the office, going through the paper, going, yes, yes, redact, yes, 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 redact. The other thing that I thought was funny is when and again, this is an example of her kind of being dumb and not, risk it. I mean, that's part of it. Pam Bondi keeps going on these shows, and we know that she knew she wasn't telling the truth and during that big interview the day before that first release, and that hurt a lot of her credibility. That was a big L. That the interview and the release of the files the next day, big L's to the administration. She should have gone on that interview and said, well, I think it was Sean Hannity, right? Isn't that who she was on the interview with? I'm not going to be able to find it. Actually, it might have been Greg Gutfield. She should have gone, you know what, Greg? Here's the deal. We've got 573 pages of stuff coming out tomorrow. Unfortunately, I was notified an hour ago by someone who I will not name. They are a whistleblower protected under and state the statute. That the New York FBI field office has withheld 2,783 documents from my eyes. I have ordered the FBI director, Kash Patel, to release the documents and place the agent in charge, or the special agent in charge of the New York field office, under arrest for failure to follow my order. That's what should have come out of her mouth. That it. I don't think you would find a neutral person angry at that comment. Yeah, I mean there'd still be people angry. How did you not know? Well, they hit them. How am I supposed to know? Yes. Now I don't know if I can only comment about that one interview, Risk It, because I haven't watched any of the other ones. I don't know if the other ones are lies, but that night, that was a lie. And she shouldn't have done that. Everyone is right to rebuke her for that. But I think expecting her to be in the office till midnight reviewing the files, I think it's a bit ridiculous. Having done discovery myself, it is a bitch. And stuff and honestly, one of the reasons I got out of family law, because it's terrible. It's not fun. It is some of the most boring work you can ever do. Ooh, double XP weekend. Risk It. Most people over the age of 60 are Fox addicts. This was really funny. Y'all know how Bill Belichick has that super young, super hot girlfriend, right? So apparently he has requested that his staffers CC her on every single email they send to him. UNC is going to be fun to watch this year, aren't they? It's going to be wild. So let's see. The email. So this was from Bill Belichick to Robbie Pickerel, who is something at UNC. I'm guessing he's probably like a social media guy. Robbie, thank you for the email. I'm including Jordan in those emails so that she can also keep up with our postings. Can you include her on anything you send to me? Thank you. My guess is they are trying to use her to increase their foothold, or not foothold, their socials. They're trying to use her for some ESO credits. But That's not going to work very well. Yep, llama pajamas, you're right. Okay, let's talk some TDS. I think we can all agree that some of the best part about Trump winning again is just the absolute craziness. And I'll be honest, I was very disappointed in the first 3 months after he won. The lack of like quality memeable shit. Like, we didn't get another screaming girl in the green raincoat. Like, what the hell? Where was that? And I'll tell you where it was. I think the Democratic Party was in so much like disarray that they just didn't know what to do for 3 months. And then they got into office and they cut all the USAID, which removed all the funding to the NGOs that were paying for the protests. So now it's taken 2 months for them to catch up and start doing everything. And as soon as I hit the super chat, I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. KC for 5 says, hey, yo. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Happy Thursday, mate. Well, this is for you.
This is how legends are made.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work right on here, does it, guys? So this is what I was talking about. Yeah, USAIDs. Look at this, guys. This is Switzerland. And I'll be honest, I genuinely thought this was AI. And if anyone sees anything that tells them it's AI, let me know. But it doesn't look fake to me. I will say it's a good thing that they already know the music. So when we go marching down with our military, they'll be able to play it for us. Hang on, that's not Yankee Doodle. That's fucking that's Hail Britannia, isn't it? Yeah, the fucking British well, not the British national anthem, but it's one of their songs. What the fuck? Yeah, so I'm guessing this is supposed to be like a peace dove. Like, how crazy do you have to be to not only give this big of a shit about the leader of a country that isn't yours, but I mean this took precision. Can I read any of this? I think this is somebody in what are they called? Later Hosens. I wanted to see if I could read the box. I don't think I can. That says 19. I mean, I'm wondering if that's supposed to be like 1911 for a gun. Peace dove in the middle of a bunch of birds. But oh, this guy right here, that must be the dogs the Haitians were eating in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Honestly, someone needs to message this guy and be like, hey, look, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm not trying to blow you up or anything. Can you just explain what was going on here? Like, is this clearly an anti-Trump protest? but why? Like, Switzerland's known for being very passive, very passive. Like, what? Why are y'all freaking out? That blew my fucking mind. Just wow. You should, Casey, for your next Mardi Gras float, definitely call them. No, so guys, don't remember, this was Switzerland. This isn't the UK. Switzerland actually never got involved in World War I or World War II. They were cowards. Let's see. Another little small thing. So, the Duchess of Sussex, is that her name? That's what Meghan Markle is, right? The Duchess of Sussex has started another podcast. So this is the 4th podcast that will have probably all of 2 episodes on them, and then nothing, and they'll lose a bunch of money and never recover. Something like that, right? So it's called Confessions of a Female Founder. Now, I could be mistaken. It has happened before, people. Let's see. But I was wondering, does anyone know what this lady founded? I'm just having trouble. What company did she find? Like what? She's the CEO of something, right? Why would you name your podcast Confessions of a Female Founder if you haven't founded something like that? No one would be that dumb, right? Or am I going crazy? I also just realized the music wasn't playing anymore. I'm gonna try lounge. Go back to lo-fi. But yeah, like that's wild to me. And you know what? I wonder, let's click the link. Does it tell us who her first couple of guests are going to be? Let's see. I've been having candid conversations with amazing women who've turned dreams into realities and scaled small ideas into massively successful businesses, she explained. They're opening up, sharing their tips, tricks, and tumbles, and letting me pick their brain as I build out my own business, as ever. What business is that, Megan? What company are you starting? See, it has an absolutely eye-opening, inspiring, and fun. The first episode drops April 8th. Are you going to tell us with who? Does not look like it. No, most of this is all about holy shit. So she did, y'all remember that she and Harry had this big deal with Spotify, $20 million deal over a 2.5-year partnership to create this Archetypes podcast. Pod News previously reported, and I had not heard about this part, that Markle apparently did not conduct her interviews. Instead, some of the show's interviews were allegedly done by members of the staff, and audio of her voice asking the questions was clipped in later. Holy crap. Yeah, I remember that. Bullying Spotify colleagues. Gosh, she looks like shit now. Oh, I forgot she did this dumb cooking thing. Marco's signature jam. Hang on. I need to go to this website. Jesus, this website sucks. As Ever is the name of her lifestyle brand. Okay. So coming out this year, what do y'all think this 7.6 ounce jar of raspberry spread is? I think it's going to be $45. Flour sprinkles? People, stop eating plants like that. What the hell are y'all doing? I can't see the prices. God, this is such a scam website. Yeah, I think this is going to be a sham. You know what? I'm going to bookmark this because I'm gonna want to remember to go back to this later. I think we're gonna end on this, guys. Y'all remember Snow White? Remember that first trailer, those first pictures we saw that were just god awful? Well, it's funny because, as I'm sure everyone remembers, Peter Dinklage, to quote Brad Williams, the president of the Dwarves, decided that he didn't want Disney using little people as actors and actresses for the dwarves. He thought it was rude and mean. Well, Little Women LA guest star. It didn't even tell us her name. What's her name? Allie Chapman, along with pretty other big list of dwarf actors and actresses, are pretty pissed off with Disney for doing this. And honestly, they need to stop yelling at Disney, and they need to yell at fucking Peter Dinklage. He's the one that basically forced Disney not to do this. You know, he at the height of Game of Thrones decided to tell Disney they shouldn't use little people or dwarves as actors just to play dwarves. And it's like, are you even half aware of what you're doing? You are basically firing almost every single person that looks like you from ever being able to know that they're going to be able to work in Hollywood. I get people being upset that this person was cast in this role just because they look like the person, or this person was this because they're gay or whatever. I don't give a shit. I think if you have the opportunity, and this is why I hate the DEI shit, because if you're going to make a movie about the Tuskegee Airmen, okay, let's use them for example. You have this opportunity to highlight an incredible story about Black Americans, an incredible story. And not only that, you also have the opportunity to give actors that, might not have a high percentage shot of getting cast in these products over here, but in your product, they're going to have a good shot. That's how you balance this shit. You know how a lot of Black actors made their name pre-2010? They were cast in Tyler Perry works and went on to do a lot of good work. That's how you balance that shit. It's called checks and balances for a reason. And Risk is right. All it takes is one retard to ruin it for everybody. But I just think this is dumb. I think Disney bowing to what's his dumb name and using CGI. Like, I feel like that's cheating. Really disappointed in that. Y'all make sure to go like that tweet so that Ryan and Beardo are forced to reply to it, because I think they should do it. I want to see Beardo on a bus or a train, or have him fly there. But I want to see him in LA in a month practice or trying out to be on the practice squad, because that would be hilarious. Hold up. What is the... Isn't NIT? Isn't the NIT tournament the Poor Man's March Madness? Yeah, NIT. That's not announced for like another week and a half, right? Yeah, it's not announced yet. Okay, sorry. So South Carolina just they lost their one SEC tournament game because they suck this year. And someone just tweeted that they are in the postseason, and that's the only way they would have made the postseason, being in NIT. And so I just had to look that up, because that would have been fucking wild. It's not going to happen, but that would have been wild. Risk it. We're all sort of retarded. Wow. Risk it for a biscuit, just follow. Okay, I do want to talk about this real quick. Okay. So Greek media has reportedly discovered some of the roles of the actors in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Matt Damon's playing Odysseus. I kind of think we all knew that. Tom Holland is playing Telemachus, who, I'll be real honest, I don't remember who that is. The son of Odysseus and Penelope. Was he wasn't on the boat with them, right? That's right. Okay, so I'll be honest, this annoys me even more, because what that means is that we're going to, really risk it? Oh, damn. Mea culpa. What this means is that we're going to have 3 viewpoints in this story now. And I'll bet you the screen time for the Odysseus storyline is just barely bigger than the screen time for the Telemachus storyline. Zendaya as Athena. Yeah, it's dumb, but it is better than the other lady, Lupita Nyong'o. Like, it's better. Not great, but it's better. Charlize Theron is playing Cersei, and Hathaway is playing Penelope. I do like that casting. I like Anne Hathaway as Penelope. I think that could be good. Benny Safdie as Agamemnon. I don't remember who Benny Safdie is. I also do not remember Agamemnon having a role in the Odyssey. I remember him in the Iliad, but I forgot he was in the Odyssey. This guy doesn't look like a great leader of men. How could you pick this dude to be Agamemnon? It's dumb as hell. Well, yeah, I'm not impressed by the cast list. I think it's dumb, and I don't think it's going to be a great movie. I think it's going to be the thing that makes people go, is Christopher Nolan washed up? Has he already done his best? Is he just trying to stay relevant? I don't know. What do y'all think? Any shot in hell, guys? Ooh. And that's why we always scroll Twitter before we wrap up. This is the other thing we're going to talk about. This is the one movie. Yeah, I think so. This is the one movie trailer I've seen, even that Lilo and Stitch one, that this could get me into the theater day one.
Some people look at Sonny Hayes. They see a guy who lives in a van, a gambling junkie who missed his shot, the best that never was. But I see possibility.
And if you don't love me now, we'll never.
My Rook is a phenomenal talent. But he's young. You plus him, boom. I got a team.
When was the last time you won a race?
Sunday, Daytona.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Formula One.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you.
There's this new guy. He's old. He's such a prick. He's quit though.
If you had any constructive criticism for each other, what would it be?
Don't be such an ass.
dickhead. That was constructive.
Wow.
Did you win something?
There's 20 other drivers still out on that track. Do you think any of them respect us?
They're saying Sonny Hayes isn't a has-been. He's a never was.
If the last thing I do is drive that car, I will take that life, man. 1,000 times.
I'm offering you an open seat in Formula One. The only place you could say, if you win, you are the absolute best in the world.
Couple things. Right off the bat. I watched that earlier today, and I got pumped. I got fucking excited for Formula One. Formula One picks back up this weekend, midnight in the Saturday or Sunday, I guess, on the East Coast is the Australian Open or Grand Prix, and I'll be watching. I'm excited. I can't wait. I love this sport. The only thing that I preferred watching more than this is the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which I think we get a little bit of in this. I want to start by saying that the greatest sporting event to win in the world, in my opinion, is not the World Cup of soccer. It's not the World Series, as much as I love baseball. It is the 24 Hours of Le Mans. It is the most grueling and difficult sporting event in the world. And they did a movie about the movie called Gran Turismo. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend watching it. I believe it's on HBO Max. And what Gran Turismo does is it tells the story of, I forget the guy's name, but he was this sim racer in the, I think 2005, I believe. I think it takes place in 2008. And so he was a very, very good sim racer. He played Gran Turismo all the time. And Gran Turismo is one of the most detail-oriented sim racing games in the world. And who was it? Was it Nissan? It was Nissan. They were struggling to sell cars. And this guy came up with an idea to make a racing team of sim racers to go out there and compete and and to quote the movie, to quote Orlando Bloom, who plays the character, to get the first generation of 18-year-olds with money in their pocket to buy Nissans. And the whole idea was you get these kids that actually have money that don't want to drive. They want to stay home and play video games, to realize that they can go play their video game in real life. And this guy, he makes the team. He gets through Nissan Academy and all that, and becomes the racer for this tribe. Basically, they're testing this thing, and he gets his credentials. He starts doing really well, and he has a terrible crash at the Nürburgring in Germany. To quote James May, the biggest mistake that Allied bombing did was not bombing the Nürburgring. And so he has this terrible accident. He's too light on fuel. And so as he comes up, he's going about 140 miles an hour, crests this hill, and the air gets underneath his car and just lifts him. And he literally flies away and ended up killing someone. It's a terrible accident. Terrible to see all that shit. And they wanted to suspend the racing team. There were a lot of people that were like, they aren't safe. They don't know what they're doing because they haven't been doing this. They've just been playing a video game. They don't know anything about it. And so what they did is they went and they decided to race Le Mans. Longest race in motorsport. It's the hardest race in motorsport. And he podiumed. He podiumed for his class. He got third place for his class. And there's a line in the movie. David Harbour plays the crew chief. And he says, you know what? Let me pull this up because I want to get this right. It's on Netflix right now. Let's see. So early, he tells this young guy, because he had also been a great racer, this chief engineer, And then I believe he got in an accident, and he just could never get back on that horse. And so he basically becomes the chief engineer. And so he's talking to the kid at dinner or something like that. And he goes, the kid asks, "What was your favorite track?" Le Mans, hands down. Really? Yes. Why? It's a perfect track. Nowhere tests you like that. And this is what he says, and this is what resonates with me. You podium at Le Mans, you live forever. You become immortal. And after he finishes the movie, he wraps him up in a big old bear hug. And he whispers to him, "You're not just a sim racer anymore. You are the best in the world." And outside of like Miracle, there isn't a sports movie that gets me that hyped for a sport that I love. And what I think this movie is going to do, I don't think this movie, there's issues with this movie, with F1. One, they cast Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is an American actor. F1 is a predominantly European sport. The most of the money that this movie makes is going to be overseas. I think they should cast a European actor. I think that's one of the reasons why he's, as far as I can tell, the only American actor in the movie. I would have cast a European. You safer bet all around. I don't think casting Brad Pitt is going to get Americans to go, "Oh, I want to go see the movie now." The other issue I see is based on the line here.
Formula One.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you. Sunday, Daytona.
So there are two Daytona races that I'm aware of. There's the Daytona 500 NASCAR event, and there's the 24 Hours of Daytona, which is a not a WEF race, but it's a endurance race that happens in January. That's also 24 hours. I don't think. I mean, it could be talking about the 24 hours since it's these cars and not NASCAR's. But if they're talking about NASCAR, the problem with that is there are, to my recollection, 2 NASCAR racers that went to Formula One in the history of Formula One. There's a bunch of F1 racers that have gone to NASCAR, but there are 2 that have gone the other way. I don't remember one of them. Dan something is one of them. The other is, of course, the great Mario Andretti. And if they're doing that, I think that's a mistake. I think trying to compare this guy to the sort of Mario Andretti guy, I think is a bad idea. But if they're making it the Daytona 24, then that's different. It'll be very interesting. And I mean, this is a Rolex ad, and Rolex is one of the advertisers for the Daytona 24. So I don't know. I'm really excited for this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun to watch. I don't think it's going to do well here in America. I do think it's going to do very well in the rest of the world. I saw some of the other a couple weeks ago that said this was like a $350 million budget. It's the largest budget that Apple has put to something. And they spent a lot of time last F1 season filming for this movie. So scenes like this, a lot of these scenes were shot during practice, during the sprints, all of this. I think Javier Bardem is supposed to be based off of the team leader for Mercedes. And which I can see it. It's pretty close. I really wish John Graver was in here because I want to know what he thinks. I might call him right after this. But other than that, guys, I think we're done for the night. I hope y'all had fun. I had a lot of fun. Talking about this got me a lot more excited. I think y'all could tell I was a lot more energetic for that conversation than, unfortunately, I think most of the conversation tonight. Sorry about that. I'll do better next time. But tomorrow we'll be back. We're going to finish off Liza P tomorrow. And then I'll figure out what we do the rest of the weekend. We might be playing a lot of Sea of Thieves this weekend. So don't forget. See y'all there.